Hey y'all, welcome back. I am Darian if you are new here to my channel. It is the second week of the new year. I am so excited about this new year. Honestly, I just feel like I'm in another place of like I was last year where I didn't really know what to expect. But I'm hoping, of course, that good things are happening. Honestly, I believe that good things are already happening. I feel so motivated for this new year, and I'm just excited to see what will come from putting in the work for this year. But as you may know, when you embark on something that is purposeful or positive, I feel like those are the times when you will be tested. So yesterday I was ready to leave and embark on doing something that I wanted to do that is beneficial to me in this new year. Do you know my car battery decided that it was just time to go? It was just time for it to give in. And I had got dressed. I was so ready. I was literally heading out at a decent time. And so I feel like sometimes we have those things that come to see, are you really in this thing? You really say that you focus and you finna do this? I feel like sometimes the pressure comes to see if you are really about what you say you're gonna do. So obviously I wasn't able to do it yesterday, but I just felt like, dang, I was so like focused. I had a new plan in mind, and then all of a sudden my plans got rerouted. But oh, I thank God he got me a discount and a deal for a new battery. And it's so crazy because I don't think my car battery is just like sitting at most places. Not saying that I have a car that's like super, I guess, different. It's not like it's the only car in this city or something like that. So I was calling around different places. Even the place where I would normally go to get my car service, they were like on some, we're not gonna go into that. But if I would have went to the normal place, it would have been like $200 more. But it's just like, I called this place, they had the specific battery. I called other places, they didn't have it. Just basically what I'm saying is like, it's like everything was worked out already, even though I was about to freak out. Not really, but you know, kind of. Even if I wanted to freak out, it was no reason for me to freak out. So I got to jump and everything, thank God. And then I was on the road. Okay, back to business after getting my battery switched out. So right now I'm getting ready to leave. I'm about to meet my grandma at a restaurant. I haven't been to this restaurant. It is a Thai restaurant. I've been wanting to check this restaurant out. I just haven't had, I guess, the extra motivation to just jump out and go. So she mentioned it, so we're gonna go. But that's my girl, okay? It's usually not as cold. I feel like at least in the past years that it has been this winter. I'm a very like observant person, and I just feel like something's off. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. And that reminds me of last night. I didn't go to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning. I was watching TikToks on the whole fires in California, and just seeing people like crying and losing their things in the streets, running because they have to leave their cars because the fires are like taking over, and people's houses burning and burnt down. I don't care how much money a person has. That is still sad to see somebody go through any type of loss. And a lot of the people online were like, oh, they're rich or this or that. But there are people who weren't rich, or maybe they're just making ends meet, like regular everyday people that have lost things. And if you were in that same situation, you were rich, do you think it's okay for it to happen to you now? So just to see like some people have no compassion for other people, no matter what their circumstance or situation is actually kind of scary, because you would not want that to happen to you if that was, you know, the situation was flipped around. And how do you expect now to be such a hugely blessed person if you over here rooting for somebody else's downfall? That's not how life works. But just to like see a video and literally almost be in tears, and it takes a lot for me to cry, okay? I'm not a big crier. All right. The only reason I have cried in the past years is because I have grown a lot and a lot of changes have happened to me that are good, but it took a lot of processing. But like stuff doesn't really make me cry, if you get what I'm saying. So for that to cause me, I wasn't crying, but I was starting to get teary-eyed just seeing what people were actually experiencing. And I've actually been to California, I've actually been to LA, and just imagining myself actually having been out there and the things that I was riding past and seeing completely turn into ash, that made me so uncomfortable. There's just something about it that is just so like, I don't want to say eerie. It's just so, I can't even fully put into words. But anyway, you guys, I'm about to head out. So I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, y'all, I just made it. Let's go try out some new food. Well, it's new for me because I have not eaten here before. So let's go see what is given. There's only one Thai restaurant that I've eaten at. And I don't even know if I am getting authentic Thai food because I get General Tso chicken. I don't know if that's a Thai thing, but they have it on the menu and I love like a good sweet chicken. And yeah, anyway, let me go. So I am back home right now. I am actually about to start packing because I leave to go to Vail, Colorado in 2 days. Right now, my whole luggage is a mess. I still honestly have stuff that I have been unpacking from the last trip I had, and it's been over a month. That is sad. I have one more full day after today to leave, and I don't want to spend the day before I leave doing all of this. So I literally have to order winter clothes for this trip because the clothes that I have, I do not think that I would be able to stay warm in Vail, knowing that it's snow and everything out there. So this is an actual ski suit I got. I don't know how to ski or nothing like that, but in my mind, I feel like I'm gonna be doing snow tubing. If they have snow tubing, I definitely want to try that. So this is what the ski suit is for. And of course, I want to ride the little, I think it's called gondola, whatever the thing in the air on the little string is called. I want to do that. So this is for that day. And then y'all, on Amazon, I found this furry jacket. Baby, this is serving. Okay. Look at this. You're not finna tell me nothing. You're not finna tell me not a thing. Okay. Baby, this jacket, this is a legit button on it too. So it's giving luxury. It's giving all kinds of things. So this is going to be one of the staple pieces. I just hope that it actually keeps me warm, but my plan is to just layer up. Again, I am not used to being in the snow, so this will be new for me. With me packing a bunch of stuff to keep me warm, I feel like a lot of the stuff is thicker than I guess if I was packing for like summer or a trip where it would be hot. So with that being said, I have to try to make room for everything. Y'all, don't judge my folding. I fold it good enough so that it'll fit up in the suitcase. Actually, Now that I'm thinking about things, I think I'm gonna see how everything does with me rolling it. I feel like that'll allow me to have more packing space. I've done that before and it has helped out. So let's see if the smaller things, if it will work to roll them up. I feel like even me rolling right now is looking a mess. This will be my first time actually seeing snow and being able to experience this. I honestly didn't really know how much to pack. These are just some workout clothes because I do want to work out, hopefully at least one day on a trip. If I don't, then whatever. But the day before me actually leaving, which is tomorrow, I am gonna work out in the morning time. So I feel like that's just good too. Okay, so because I'm going to a colder area or climate where it snows, I am going to be packing basically a bunch of under clothes. So basically I pack like 4 or 5 different versions of pretty much leggings and long sleeve shirt. So basically each day I have a fresh pair of that. And then like I just showed you, the jacket that I have to wear, I have a coat that I'm bringing, and I have the ski suit. So that kind of like covers at least 3 full days. And then I have, like, this is just a 2-piece set from Shein actually that I'm going to pack for just like extra stuff if I need it, if I feel like I'm too cold during the everyday activities. I'm packing 3 dresses just in case I want to go to get dinner and I don't want to wear the same things that I have worn pretty much all day in the snow or out and about. And this is another dress. So basically the only things I really bought to prepare for this trip was outerwear, and then I got these from, I believe, TJ Maxx. I think these were like $9.99. Some earmuffs. I ordered some gloves off of Amazon for my hands because, baby, I'm not even used to super cold weather. So, which I don't understand what exactly was my reasoning for booking it. I think I just want to experience something different as far as like not just always going to the Caribbean. But I don't even like cold weather. Like here, it's been like 40 something degrees and I feel like it's been too much. So how I'm gonna navigate what I'm experiencing over there, I don't really know. And I plan on going to the hot springs and getting the water outside with it being snowing weather and me being in some water. The lady on the phone said it's really hot, so hopefully it's tolerable. Because I just can't imagine getting out of a hot spring full of water and then walking around and I'm just gonna assume like 19-degree weather. Happily. Dripping water. Alright, so this is one of the sets from Amazon. So I actually am packing a gray one also. And then this is another one. This is a black one. This is also one of the other sets. These I got a little while ago. It's just some travel slippers. I don't like to walk around the hotel with my feet out, just like touching the ground, especially if it's carpet, because I feel like carpet holds so much dirt. So yes, I'm sure they clean the rooms, but imagine all the people walking in the hotel room consistently. How often are they cleaning them floors, especially with carpet? And just imagine having carpet in your own home, how dirty it is, versus a bunch of people coming in and out every few days with their nasty shoes. Imagine the amount of dirt and germs. This was also just something extra. I honestly don't know. I don't feel like I really need this, but I will pack this. Maybe this could be... Oh, I packed this to wear back on the plane. So, okay, y'all. So I'm about to pack up this side, and then I will move over to the next side. So moving on, let me show you these boots. These are from Amazon. These are so cute. I don't have anything like this, so I wanted to get these to take because it's fabulous. And then the only other boot like this that I'm packing are gonna be a pair of black Uggs because I feel like this goes with a lot of stuff. At least the stuff that I'm packing. All right, so next I am taking these slides that I got from Shein a little while ago. I love these shoes. But I'm taking these for the day that I go to the Springs because I don't think it makes sense to wear boots out there. But I'm gonna bring these Uggs. I wear these all the time, y'all. I don't even think they make this version of this shoe anymore. But I would love another pair of these. I've had these for almost 2 years, and these are my go-to shoes in the winter when I don't feel like putting on the shoes. And then I've had these for a little while. I actually have 3 pairs of these. They have like rhinestones on them. One in the champagne color, one in silver, and one in black. So I'm gonna bring these in case I decide to go to dinner one night. These are just my workout shoes for if I work out. But we're gonna see about that. All right, y'all, so I'm done packing. I am about to eat some leftover Chinese food from my favorite restaurant right now. This is leftover bourbon chicken. This is Mongolian chicken and some lo mein, and I had some veggies in there too. I just couldn't finish it all yesterday, which is a good thing. I honestly was not even about to eat this today, but I'm so hungry. I took a green tea fat burner gummy today. This is my first time trying it, and I always know when I take green tea supplements, I be burning fat so fast. Like I can feel the hunger and all of that. So I started feeling jittery. So I'm about to eat some food. Y'all, I genuinely tried my hardest to just pack one suitcase, but it wasn't gonna work. I tried so hard too. If you would have saw me almost standing on top of those suitcases, trying to fit all the stuff in, it was a mess. So I'm just gonna end up taking 2 suitcases. I just don't like traveling through the airport with a lot of luggage. If I can stick to one big suitcase and just like my carry-on bag, that's perfect. I don't think at least not right now, will ever be like one of those people that can just bring a small carry-on suitcase. You know, that's cool and all. I feel like if I did like a one-day flight, maybe. But for some reason, I try to pack light, and I feel like each time I've done worse. And I'm not trying to do any worse. But I guess this is kind of an exception because a lot of the stuff that I pack were like coats and stuff. So that takes up a lot of space. Like I said earlier, I feel like if I was going somewhere with a hotter climate and for like just a few days, it would have been easier to stuff thinner clothes in a suitcase. Anyway, I'm basically done with packing. So tomorrow, the only thing I'm going to focus on is just doing my hair so that I can just get up early morning and get to the airport. I would love to like pre-book a Lyft or Uber like now so that, or like tomorrow, so I can just have a person show up at the time that I would like to leave. But last time I did that, I got scammed, and I'm just not here for that. So I'm probably just gonna book like a few minutes before I need to get to the airport. Anyway, you guys, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I have Pilates in the morning, and then I'll basically come back home to finish any last minute packing and resting before leaving. Good morning, you guys. I just finished a hot Pilates workout. And then after hot Pilates, me and a friend, we wanted to, be, I guess, extra, not really trying to be extra, but like do a little extra workout this morning. And so we were finishing up our last workout. It was one rep left for me, and then all of a sudden I just felt like this pop in my lower back, and I don't want to take any chances on my back. So I am basically about to go get some breakfast and get in the house and chill. My back was hurting. Like, it's like, I don't know what happened. I just felt and heard a pop, and then I just had to get like on the mat and get stabilized and everything. And I'm about to go out of town, so I don't want like fresh pain in my back, especially not from doing something great. I'm trying to work out and lose weight. I'm doing something great, so why? But other than that happening, I feel good this morning. I've had a good morning. I feel like right now my hair look a mess because it's all sweaty and everything, but I am about to, I gotta do my hair today too, so that won't take much because my natural hair is already, for the most part, mostly braided down. So I just gotta braid like the front part of it and then switch out the hair. Okay, I'm pretty much almost all the way packed. I just have one other thing that I need to like get packed and put together for me to leave early in the morning. My flight, I believe, leaves at like 9, so I need to be at the airport no later than, say 7:50. That might be pushing it, but prayerfully there's no issues. I can get in, get through TSA, and get on my flight. How many people are going to Vail? I feel like it'll be fine. It always works out. Anyway, I'm about to go get some breakfast. It is cold this morning. Again, I'm not used to this type of cold weather, but all is well. All is well. I feel like I'm frazzled right now, all over the place, trying to explain my life right now. So I will check in with y'all in a little bit. Let me get settled and figure out what's happening with my life. Hey guys, I'm back home. I didn't shower and everything. Right now I'm just basically waiting on breakfast to cook. So I actually wanted to go to one of my favorite places now and get a breakfast bowl, but I guess they closed at 12, so they ran out of grits. So I still wanted the veggies that they put on the bowl, so I just bought some veggies from them and then I'm making my own grits. And because I have this leftover steak that I need to eat in the fridge, I'm just gonna eat that. By the time I come back from out of town, I don't feel like it would be good to eat it that late. That's my breakfast today. I guess it is better for me to cook at home today, especially considering I'm trying to watch my calories, so I know exactly what I'm putting and what I'm cooking. But I feel like today is gonna be a chill day. I'm so happy to be home because it is freezing cold outside. Maybe not literally freezing, but it is really cold and I'm not used to being cold like this. So I have the heater on. I took my shower, washed my face and everything, and I don't put on some pajamas. So while I'm waiting for my grits to cook, I guess we could talk, y'all. Okay, so I have like random thoughts about my life and like the things that I've gone through. I just feel like as of lately, I've gone through a lot of reflections on how I've changed and just how I used to be and all the changes I've gone through in life in my 20s. And sometimes it's like, wow, like look at all that I've gone through in basically almost 10 years, because I'll be 30 this year. So it's like from 20 to 30, all the things that I've experienced and learned and becoming an adult and walking out being an adult, making my own decisions and choosing to live the life that I want to live. It's just so amazing. And so one of the latest things that has been on my mind is in my earlier 20s, obviously I was just getting through life like everybody, gets through life. But I remember okay, I have to tell you the backstory, I think, for it to all come together. So I remember I probably was like 21, 22, and I went on a date with this guy. And the guy was so, like, I guess bubbly. I personally am not used to seeing a lot of men, at least the ones that I've encountered, be very bubbly, happy, just like over joyful. Even if they are, they're not like, I guess, showing it, which I guess is like normal with men. I don't really see them show like a lot of emotion. And it may be a cultural thing, but I just have not come across a lot of men that just are overly joyful, and it's not. Now again, I was in my early 20s with this situation. So on this date with the guy, he was so like bubbly, really joyful. I would say joyful, like super talkative, which I don't feel like is a bad thing, but I've always been very introverted. And so he was just so happy. And I just remember after going on that date, like, I am not going to see this man again. Like, whatever was going on in me, and now I know at the time I used to be bitter, even though I wasn't like the type of person that, like, if I'm feeling bad, I'm gonna go ruin everybody else's life. No, that's not how I used to operate or how I used to think when I was in that place. But I was unhealed, and I never even knew that I was unhealed. I never really knew that there was like the place that I'm at now. I never knew that the Darian that I'm today, that I was gonna be this Darian then. So on the date, it was like he was just so like positive and happy and bubbly, and honestly, now that I look back, that was just him. That was just his personality. Also, too, growing up, I didn't really see a lot of truly happy relationships and marriages. Even to this day, I still feel like most people are just getting through it and faking the funk. But when you grow up, just seeing the people around you not really have these, I guess, beautiful marriages or relationships or whatever, it can kind of taint the way you see things. And I feel like that was part of the problem. So going into my adulthood, that's when I started to heal and like see life from a different place and learn and know what I want out of life. Know when it is my turn, how I want it to be. And to be honest, when I was dating back then, I don't even know why I was dating. I think it was just an expectation because I don't know, you're 21 or whatever, so maybe I should start dating because that's what everybody says that you're supposed to be doing at 21. But anyway, my point is, I was bitter at that point in my life, so I was like, you know what? I am not going to see this man again. Like, this is aggravating me. Like, he just so happy and joyful and bubbly. And now that I think about it, I am like that. Like, when I was in my unhealed place, I wasn't always fully showing that. And of course, like in certain social areas and scenes, I am more reserved if I don't trust like who I'm around, or if it's like a very public place. I pick and choose what parts of my personality I want to show. But the most interesting thing is, like, now that I'm back to a more healed place, I am bubbly. I am like that. That is how I am. And so it's like, this man was aggravating me. Y'all, he was a good man too. I don't believe that he was the man for me. And especially at that time, I was not in a healed place or a good place to be with him. And then also, I've never felt pressed to rush being in a relationship. Like, what I had going on in my life, to me, was fulfilling to me and still is fulfilling to me, but it was never like I felt like I had to be the girl that was like forcing myself to be in a relationship, or I have to have a man, or that has never been me. But where was I going with this? See, sometimes I just get to talking and sidetracks. Let me reel it back in. Okay, so back to where I was going. So now that I am at a more healed place in my life, and I've gone through a lot of healing that I have just been intentional about in my life, and there is a version of me that I want to get to. So I understand that I had to do the work, even when it hurt like I want to say hell. I pushed through the healing process. I allowed myself to feel the pain of all the things that I had to look at inside of myself so that I can start to release those things and see myself at a greater place. And of course, it's a process. I think we can get to a very healed place, but with life, you never know how things can go. So I believe that there are things that can make you be unhealed again, or if you go back to the past, that can cause you to now have to go through the process again. But I do feel like you can get to a place where it's like you're at a healthy place of healing. And so now I be thinking, like, because I pick up on, you know, the spirits and people and stuff like that. So I know when people, and it has nothing to do with me. Honestly, it has to do with what they're facing on the inside. I know when they don't like me. I know when they look at me and it's like the whatever, the glow or whatever they are seeing, it's like too much for them. So now being at this place, I see how I was in that situation to him. There was nothing really honestly wrong with the guy. When I think about it, now where I'm at in life, that is what I would consider a good guy to be with. That is what I would consider a guy that had his head on his shoulders and he just was being him. He was free, he was comfortable, he was confident. And so that was a situation where I am now able to look back and see clearly that that guy was being that guy. He was bubbly, joyful, whatever, happy, but whatever was going on with me, because I wasn't healed at that place, because I, you know, had bitterness or whatever towards men or whatever the case may be, even though he was different than the other guys that I have gone on dates with and all that type of stuff. To see how I responded then, because I was in an unhealed, broken place where I saw things from a lens that was tainted and jaded because of the experiences of life, is like, wow. The difference in how you see and perceive things from when you are in a more broken or unhealed place versus when you are in more of a healed place is amazing to me. Now looking back on my life, how I'm able to perceive things from this new place, from a more healed place. And I'm also able to identify it now in other people. Because to be honest, back then, that guy was not the problem. The guy was not the problem. It was definitely me. And so I think it's so incredible to be able to look back at yourself and see the transformation and see the change. And also, I get it now. I get how me being in that place can irritate other people too, because they are not in that place, or they have not seen that place maybe in a long time, or just literally the one of the best ways I feel like I describe it is like how people say your aura or vibration, whatever you want to call it. If somebody is at a darker place or at a lower place, when they see somebody that's at a more vibrant place or a lighter place, it's like so different. And so it can clash, or it's not easy to always mix when you are, and just beyond just like dating and everything, it's not always easy to mix when you are surrounding yourself around people that are not on your level in that way. And so that reminds me of the saying, your vibe will attract your tribe. I see it now. I get it now. I get how you show up and how you present yourself will affect how others around you perceive you. And it's not so black and white as far as like you may not always be able to see it from a physical standpoint, but it's literally a spiritual thing. The energy that you are giving off, where your spirit is at that moment, is what will affect, and like where your soul is, if you're broken and still have to heal and everything, is what will affect. I'm going to say will because how you are at any moment affects how other things outside externally will react. And so I feel like that is what makes the difference in your interactions and everything with people. And again, it may not necessarily that you're doing anything. You could be in that positive place, that good place, but it could just be that the people around you aren't necessarily in that place. And so how I got all of this from just that memory, I don't really know. I think about a lot of things that have happened in my life, and not in a negative way, but just like when things come back, I take it as an opportunity to go back and learn the lessons or reflect and things like that. So that was just something that, as of lately, I have thought about. There was nothing wrong with the man. There was nothing wrong with the guy. But at that point in my life, because of where I was, that could have hindered an opportunity with what that could have been. And so from that, what I have to say is that if you want something that is greater, you might have to do the work on your own self. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go check out my food. I just thought that was interesting. So the grits are almost done. This time I put chicken bouillon in the grits because I wanted more flavor. And these grits are so good. I just added some butter and salt to the grits. And in the water earlier before I put the grits in, I just had olive oil and chicken bouillon. So these are the vegetables that I picked up. Y'all, these veggies are so good that they make. It's spicy, but it also has like a vinegar like taste. So I'm gonna have to see if I could recreate these at home. You know what I think it is I think part of it is the jalapenos in here that give it that flavor that I like, that vinegar like taste. And then I'm gonna go ahead and heat up this steak. Alright, y'all, so the food is finished. Got my grits, got the veggies, and got the steak. So now I'm about to eat. Let's do a little taste test. I mean, I already know it's gonna be good, but why not? So I got some veggies. Let's do the grits with the veggies because I normally eat it like that. Y'all, these veggies, which now that I'm looking at them, it is basically banana peppers, jalapeno, onion, and I believe the jalapeno juice is just mixed in with it. It's so good. The steak is usually 10 out of 10. Y'all know how when you just get your hair done and it's like, honey, you can't tell her nothing. I have been working on this wig for hours. It's not like some of the wigs that I have, and I have a lot of wigs. I just love wigs. It's just fun for me to swap hair out and try different styles. But this is one of the kinky textures that's actually giving kinky throughout the whole unit. And so I love that. This is the hair close. If you look up close, and even if you feel it, it just feels like natural hair that has been blow dried and flat ironed, and I love it. Anyway, you guys, I am done with packing for this trip, at least as far as my stuff. The last things I have to do is I have to pack the food for my dogs while I'm on vacation so they can eat. They're gonna eat anyway. They're gonna feed them anyway. They must. But I like to bring their own food, so that's covered everything. But I'm about to end this vlog, you guys, because I need to get some rest and I have some little things to clean up. If you see like right now around me how it looks a mess because I have products and stuff everywhere. But I want to just like make sure I clean up the little things before I go out of town tomorrow morning. And yeah, I just want to be ready to go ahead and start filming Vail tomorrow. So hopefully I can have that vlog out pretty soon. Also, pretty soon after this one. A girl is trying to manage and balance life, okay? All the things going on, all the things I'm trying to do. So it's exciting, but it's also like me still figuring out how to allocate time to different things in my life in this season. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I thank you so much for watching. Bye.